Great students of Year 9 Maria Corel, I remain your teacher, Teacher Joan, and I'm going to take you through the online class for today. Alright, so you're welcome to this class. First thing first, you're expected to write down 5 new vocabulary you have learned staying safe at home. Yes, all the while you've been at home, a lot of things has been happening and a lot of words. A lot of people have been using certain group of words. So have you been able to pick up any? Alright. So let me make some guess. You were able to pick up words such as self-isolation, quarantine, pandemic, social distance. Alright, maybe COVID-19, coronavirus. Alright, yeah. And I hope you know how to make do with these words. Okay? Very quickly, the difference between pandemic and epidemic, alright? Pandemic has to do with a disease that affects the globe. Yes, an outbreak that affects almost the whole continent, while epidemic is limited to a particular area. So that's why coronavirus is known as pandemic. Alright, so yeah, that brings us to the discussion of today. We are having building vocabulary. Okay? And you know why you must keep building your vocabulary? Because the richer your word bank in a particular language, the more proficient and confident you become in the use of such a language. Alright? And English as it is, you just have to keep improving yourself on daily basis so that you are not left behind, you know, the burner. Curious to know the next thing to do? Alright, here we are going to be learning some vocabulary, meaning, and uses. So I need you to sit up. Alright, grab your book, your pen, and let's get started already. First on the list we have to a T. To a T. Have you heard this expression before? Yeah, you're trying to think, right? This means for something or someone to have a complete resemblance with another. For something or someone to have a complete resemblance with another, or to follow an instruction to the latter. Okay? Yes. So, can we think of how to make do with these words? How do we make use of these words? Okay? First, I have the trait of my mom to a T. I have the trait of my mom to a T. That means you are just a carbon copy of your mom. Alright, probably you speak like her, or you act like her, or something, you know. Then two, are they copied my classwork to a T? Have you been in that situation where someone copies your work and possibly your name? Oh, that's the height of it, alright. So, anyway, just kidding. Then the next one, if you don't follow the instruction of this task to a T, I will mark you down. Remember, when you are given a task and you are given instructions, like when you are working on your drawing board and you know you're giving certain instructions to follow. So not following that instruction to a T. That could make teacher Abdulateef mark you down. Alright, so let's go on. To be lame. To be lame. What does this mean? This expression is used to express one's displeasure about an act. Or it's a way of simply saying, that's not right. That's not okay. Or it's not cool. Alright, so the users now. First you have here, heavens no! Why would you have done a thing such as that? Trust me, that was lame. Have you been naughty recently and you know that's driving mommy crazy and you hear her say stuff like this? Yeah, then you have, it's lame for me to have skipped the dinner, but I'm sorry. I never intended to, okay? So the next, mark off. What does it mean to mark off? To mark off means to cross off a task from your to-do list. I don't know how many of you have a to-do list or make a to-do list. To-do list is a kind of list you have for each day or for the week where you have all the activities you want to carry out. Okay? Because such a task has been completed. Now the next is, the term is used to express a sense of satisfaction and relief. Okay? Let's see how mark off is being used. Users, today has been quite productive for me because I've been able to mark off 4 tasks. Wow, that's a great one for me. Yeah. And the next here is, were you able to mark off lesson plan from your tasks today? Yes, that's probably me asking Teacher Ernest or Teacher Francis, how far has your day been going? Yeah, have you been able to mark off lesson plan from your tasks today? If you have, kudos, that's a plus for you. And the next is sad. I could not mark off shopping from my list today. Yeah, possibly mom was supposed to do that. The next we have fall or fell through. Fall or fell through. This phrasal verb means not to be able to accomplish a task, a plan rather. This is a way of saying the plan failed. Alright? It's often used to express displeasure, especially when one's plan did not work out as proposed. You know, when you already have some things in plan and it didn't just work out. So you just say, my plan fell through. Let's see how these are being used. Number 1, my plan of traveling to see my grandma during the break fell through as a result of the pandemic. My plan of traveling to see my grandma during the break fell through as a result of the pandemic. His wedding plan fell through, but don't sweat it. Know the meaning of not to sweat it? That is a way of saying don't bother. Hey, don't worry about it. It's nothing to worry about. Now the next, we have a word here, iffy. Have you heard this before? Sounding strange, right? I can imagine. The first day I heard it too, it was kind of strange, but trust me, it's a beautiful vocabulary to use. This vocabulary is used to express uncertainty about something or someone, to express a questionable act or behavior. Uses, hey, be careful with that girl. I feel iffy about her. Or, her behavior is iffy. You know, when someone is kind of crafty and you're not just comfortable with this person or with the person's attitude. So you say, hey, I feel iffy about this person. I'm not comfortable around her. All right. I'm not certain about her attitude. Her attitude is questionable. Or you say, going to the mall today is iffy because dad is not in a good state of mind at the moment. So just forget it, okay? It's not certain. All right. And the last is, I don't think we should go to the park. The weather is kind of iffy, you know, it's kind of cloudy, it might rain, so I don't want to get drenched. I don't think I should go to the park. And the last here is check all the boxes. Check all the boxes. That's another beautiful vocabulary used to express or explain the reason for an option or your view. Alright, to show satisfaction or otherwise, like, this is the reason why I did this, or this is the reason why I'm not going with this. Alright, so let's see how this expression is being used. Uses, number 1, I don't visit Dutch restaurants because in my view, in my opinion, they do not check all the boxes for me. Like, checking all the boxes in terms of neatness, in terms of the way their waitress or waiter accepts their customers, in terms of their meal doesn't taste nice for me. It doesn't check all the boxes for me. That's not my kind of, restaurant. And when you say, maybe you go joking with your mom or your dad and he tells you stuff like probably on their anniversary, and you're like, hey, Dad, how come you got to marry my mom? Like, you really have an eye for good things, And your dad will go saying, really? Of course I do. I married your mom because she absolutely checked all the boxes in terms of beauty, in terms of, the dressing, in terms of the character, and every other thing you can think of that makes a good woman. Of course, she got it, and that's why I married her. All right? And the last one, I love my school because it checked all the boxes for me. Okay. All right, let's have a recap. Have you learned anything interesting today? How many vocabulary can you recall? Let's see. First, to a T, yeah. To be lame, knock off, fall through or fell through, iffy, to check all the boxes. Task 1. Create a form of dialogue using each of the vocabulary in your conversation. This is very interesting. And the next text, construct 12 sentences, just 12. That is 2 sentences for each vocabulary. Alright? Alright, and that brings us to the end of today's class. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. I've missed you all. And our nugget, or my nugget for you today is always have great dreams. Never give up your dreams and be at your best. Alright? Once again, this is a class from EMSS. Okay? We will have missed you so much. We can't wait to have you back. But for now, be good and keep staying safe. Alright, bye. What they don't do shit.